Hi guys, so I still can't believe that I can paint things that look like this. I know this isn't obviously perfect and people can do a whole lot better than this, but for me this is just amazing to be able to paint things that look like this. And not only look like this, but I painted these three guys in under an hour, which is just nuts. So as you can see, these are lovely orcs, which obviously I love. These are special orcs, as these are Blood Bowl orcs. So another game I'm looking at getting into. Well, I say getting into. I bought this box over a year ago, and I was going to do a video with it. But back then, I didn't like painting miniatures, which is why, well, I didn't get any further than actually opening the box, looking at the book, getting all the figures out. I did actually assemble some of them, and unfortunately, say I've had this thing for a year. I'm not too sure where the figures have gone. As you can see, I've got all the rules, I've got the floor plans, I've got the dice, but yeah, the figures. So I had to hunt around basically my bits box, and I found this chap, and I thought, oh, that's handy. So I've got at least one that I can paint, but then I had a good old rummage around, and I found a few more. So yeah, these are all the guys that I've actually got. So I'm gonna have to buy the whole set again, or the figures anyway. So as you can see, obviously Slapchop. Yeah, this has been an absolute game changer for me, and I think it's been nearly about 4, maybe even 5 months that I came across obviously this. Obviously started off as a bit of a comical, light-hearted video the guy made, and yeah, it's really changed. Well, the fact that I now love painting miniatures, which is why I've dug this box out. I say, unfortunately, I wish I'd had all the little figures, because there was 2 teams in the box. So say I'm gonna have to buy the well, some teams again, but that's no hardship, because obviously I love getting these miniatures, and I can pick and choose which ones I want. Although that being said, I probably will buy these black orcs. Just because I love the size of them. They're nice and chunky, they look like good gladiators, and definitely, yeah, American football looking sort of style figures. So as you saw there, obviously primed in black, dry brushed with grey, dry brushed with white, and then yeah, the simple task of just painting these normally. Almost, it's exactly the same as you'd paint base colours. It literally is that simple, that easy, and yeah, just painting over the things. So for the orc skin, I like using the contrast plague bearer flesh, as this, yeah, it's just a nice green that I really like. So this style of painting isn't for everyone, I know that. For me it certainly is, because it definitely gives these figures a sort of like a grimy, dirty, weathered, worn sort of looking sort of style to it. I know obviously you can make them a lot prettier by using layered paints, and yeah, you can make them look, well, however you want to make them look. And that's the whole joy about the painting. It really is a case of finding what you're happy with, what you like the look of, and yeah, sticking with that. So say for me, this Slapchop method has been, say, a game changer. I love painting miniatures, and the fact I can paint them so fast is just amazing. Especially when obviously you come to painting up teams. I'm not too sure how many are in these. I know when you actually sort of field your team, it's between 11 and 16 miniatures you have on each side. So yes, obviously there's going to be around about 16 miniatures per team, I guess. I really need to have a little look into that. So yeah, so when you're painting that many miniatures, especially say for someone like me, it is nice knowing I can paint them nice and quick. So the orange I'm using here is by the Army Speed Paint, and this is the Fire Giant orange. Yeah, it really dried really nice. So I've got a few more contrast paints now, just because I didn't really have many contrast paints at all, to be honest. Those lovely people over at Chaos Cards sent me a ton of paints, obviously all contrast ones, because they know I love them. And yeah, so this is, let's figure it out, I forgot what this one is actually. This is Bad Moon Yellow, which I believe is an orc colour, which is pretty handy. And yeah, that came out really nice. I did have to do about 2-3 coats of the yellow, just because it was quite translucent to begin with. So yeah, that's the good thing about these obviously paints. You can build up obviously how dark they look. Generally though, when I'm using the contrast paints and the army paint, the speed paints, 1 coat does seem to be enough. But the yellow, yeah, I did about 3 coats, just because obviously I wanted to build it all up. So yeah, obviously I've got a lot of contrast paints, a lot of army speed paints, but I've not got like the full range of all the colours, which is why there are still some sort of colours that I use as a normal one. And for the bones and the nails there, I'm using the Drake Tooth. Again, by Army Painter, just a normal one. So yeah, so where I am not using contrast paints, obviously then we go over with a nice little wash. But I'm really excited because soon Army Painter will be releasing some metallic contrast paints. So I'm very keen and eager to see just how well they perform. And if you can just do one sort of coat or 2 coats and job done. Although to be honest, I don't mind using the washes because again these sort of do give the old grimy, worn, weathered look, which is definitely the sort of style of look that I like in the miniatures that I have. And say again, the fact that these can be painted so quickly to a standard that I never thought I'd ever be able to achieve this sort of look, and it is just so nice and simple. So yeah, these guys I'm actually going to base. When I come to make my teams up, I am going to stick with the good old clear bases because I'm going to be building a sort of stadium, a Blood Bowl stadium, guys. I'm going to magnetise that, so my figures will obviously be magnetised so they don't fall off. But yeah, so for this one, again, nice, quick, simple, easy basing. I've got a little box. I've got about 3 or 4 different grass types in here, as well as some small pieces of, I think it's cork, and obviously a few larger stones, but I'm not going to get the stones on this dude. I'm just going to leave it as it is. And then obviously because he's playing obviously on a sort of football pitch, I thought I'd have a go doing some little white lines. So I've got some thin masking tape there, and just left a little gap for some white lines. As I say, I am making a full sort of stadium for these guys. So I'm going to do the full pitch, as well as obviously all the stands, burger bars, stadium lights, all kinds of other bits and pieces. It's going to be an ongoing project because it is going to be obviously quite a large thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down to sort of loads of little, or not maybe loads, but definitely several smaller videos showing sort of each part as it goes. Okay, so let's see these bad guys in all their glory, as you saw earlier on. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. It was great painting these ones, and say really pleased how these came out. It's a shame I didn't still have the full set of these, otherwise I would have painted all of them. But yeah, I can only find the 3, so who knows what happened with the rest. So I'm going to buy obviously the box set again, just so I can complete him and obviously the rest of them. I'm going to be playing this game with my son, so I'm going to let him decide what the other team is, just so obviously we've got a team each. Guys, if you play the game, if you play Blood Bowl, let me know down below. Leave some comments on which team you play, what you think of the game, and if there's anything I need to know about the game. So I've only had a quick look through the instruction booklet, or the rule booklet, so I might have to go through it and then try and simplify it, just so it's easier for me to understand, as well as my son when we have a little game. So yeah, cheers for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, leave comments. As you can tell, this is never planned, this is just waffle. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to help out the channel, become a patron like these people over here. So much appreciated to them. Here's all my sort of social links, you can click on them. I do a little bit on the social side, don't do as much as I probably should do. And a big shout out and thank you to obviously Chaos Cards that are down below for sending me lots and lots of paints, lots and lots of figures. And yeah, there's a link down below, guys. Go check them out. And if you use the thingy kill team, you'll get 5% off any order over £30 on their miniature range, which is pretty cool. So yeah, go check them out. Okay, I'm going to go now because I will start waffling. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And to say, I am just so pleased I can paint things to this standard. Absolutely love the painting. It's super quick, and I get little figures that I am super proud of. Okay, guys, you all take care. Bye for now.